All right, hello everyone, and welcome into Resurrection Cup 2023. We're here for the first streamed match of the tournament, our first round of 32 matchup between Ghoul Mode and Ala Gaming. Very interesting team names between actually two pretty closely matched teams, Seed 15 versus Seed 18 out of qualifiers. Big thing though, Nick 1324 on Ala Gaming actually did not play all that much qualifiers. I think played like one map or something. And so I'm expecting him to be a bigger contributor this match than some of the previous ones. I'm Dio. I'm here with iPlay for our first stream match.
Hello, looking forward to it. Also worth calling out, Revo did not play at all for the side of Ghoul Mode, so both teams having missed out on one player in the qualifiers. Now, I'm going to be interested to see how that impacts them here. I will say I do think if Nick plays more, should be a bigger impact than having Revo come in, but it depends how he's feeling with that injury and what kind of performance he can put up. Now, I believe we have one team skipping warm-ups. Are both teams opting to skip their warm-ups?
I think it's just one team skipping their warm-ups. I think we have Ghoul Mode going for warm-ups here. Actually, yeah, I think both teams are going for warm-ups, actually. It's okay, they put on a TV side now. We're good.
Thank goodness. So, we're getting over it with warm-ups pretty shortly then. But in the meantime, why don't we talk about the two teams. So, on the side of Ghoul Mode, we've got Andrew, Chihuahua, Manivat, Tebby, like Not a Gamer, and Angel Hannah. Now, this is a fairly well-rounded team. They have a pretty strong core in Tebby, Chihuahua, and Sedru, who have looked really good. And then we've got some solid fill players as well. You know, you've got Ants covering for the Hiddens, the Angel, and for the Hard Rocks and the DTs, and Magnet in for those kind of more low AR picks. So overall, very well-balanced roster with a lot of fill players, and I feel like it's more of the same on the other side.
Yeah, on the side of Ala Gaming, you have Flash RO32, Tuckers, and Pinkus, Holly, Monday, Nick, carrying you. I feel like this roster is largely going to be players like Pinkus, who are relatively strong players overall. You have people who can still particularly flat pretty well as well on the rest of this team. Flash RO32 for key stuff. Holly for some mechanics focused things, same with Hyundai, carry you. Forward to seeing, I think mostly like mechanics picks from the side of Ala Gaming, mostly like game mechanics type of stuff. I think a lot of the speed players on the side of Ghoul Mode are going to be way better. You have players like Angel Kana and Not a Gamer on that team who really like picking into the speed mechanics a lot of times. And aside from that, their core is also really strong with hard. Chihuahua is actually hard. So, yeah. We'll see how this matchup ends up going. I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Ala Gaming at the very least put up a solid fight on the speed picks, and you have players like Hyundai, like Flash Show, and even your Q2 did play quite a bit of speed back in USC when they played against each other, and have done a little bit of speed in future tournaments. So I do think that one could go either way, but like you mentioned, I do think Ghoul Mode are probably still advantaged there. I know this one is going to be very interesting for the free mods, because the free mod rules for this tournament are that you need one hidden, one hard rock, but everybody has to have a mod. So you can't just have one strong hard rock player and one strong hidden player and call it a day. Your entire team needs to be capable of playing at least one of those mods to really put up a strong free mod roster. And that's not a very typical free mod setup.
Yeah, no, but I actually like it. We use the same rules, or similar rules in Perennial, and I actually like it a lot more because I do force teams to be really, really strong on the free mod picks to the same extent as they are on normal mod picks. And with the extended no mod pool that exists in most tournaments, I feel like adding more no mod picks would have to do in free mod is kind of redundant most of the time. So, big fan of force mod rules.
Yeah, I feel like it also encourages.
I want to check the exact rules just to see if they're the exact same. But yeah, you have very, very similar rules.
Yeah, I do appreciate that it also, I feel like, encourages the easy mod a little bit more. Now, of course, the easy multiplier is only 1.75, so it's certainly not going to be common. But I feel like 90% of the time, you almost never want to go easy over the no mod. But when you're forced to take a mod, easy can be a very realistic preference mod compared to the hidden and the hard rock on certain maps, especially some of those kind of anti-mod maps that are more linear, more aim focused, and not super reading intensive.
Yeah, we might see easy on the free mod 3 in particular. Free mod 1 is alt tech 165 BPM-ish, so we're probably not seeing it there. And free mod 2 is 211 BPM streams and bursts, so we're probably not seeing easy there. But free mod 3 is all grid snap, old style mapping, so and AR8 CS5. So we might see some easy there. I don't know if we'll see it from these particular teams, though. I don't really know any of these players as easy players all that much, at least not tournament. Maybe they're easy players, normally, but just don't get an opportunity to show it off in tournament, and I haven't seen it because of that. But I would be surprised if we see easy from either of these two teams on the free mod 2. And I think we are finally out of the warm-ups and into the picks and the band.
Here we go. So we are gonna should be. We do have the roles in the chat, and it looks like Cool Mode are going to be winning that role.
Pretty standard pick band rules for the role. It's role winner picks band order or pick order. Band order. Really popular set of rules nowadays. It used to be called no cases.
Yeah, I do think it is pretty likely we are going to see Ala Gaming ban out something like the Hidden 2, possibly the free mod 2 as well, but I think Hidden 2 is going to be more likely. They just don't really have the roster to match up with Gold mode. There's not a lot of hidden low AR players on Ala Gaming. And on the other side, I could see most likely an aim ban of some kind for Gold mode, whether that be the no mod 1 or the HR 1. I imagine it's going to be one of those that Ala Gaming just has a great lineup for all around. You've got Nick, Karyu, who are both so good at the aim and the hard rock. It's honestly a tough team to go up against in hard rock aim especially.
Well, we're going to see that first ban from Ghoul Mode come out. Like I said, I'm expecting one of the aim picks probably, so any of the mod 1 hidden on hard rock. Maybe something like the free mod 3. They do have a really good hard rock roster for that free mod 3 on the side of Ala Gaming. Now that I think of it, players like Nick, Karyu, Pincus, who's in the lobby right now, are all really good on that. And having one person change the hidden for them could be a strategy. That said, I think that map is pretty hidden favored, pretty hidden and easy favored. So it might not be a target for Ghoul Mode. And indeed, it's not. It is DT1 banned out by Ghoul Mode. Ala Gaming probably banning a speed pick or something. Maybe a reading or tech focus pick as well. Some of the players on the side of Ghoul Mode are really strong on this.
Yeah, I would guess the HD2 if I had to pick one, and there it is. Pincus going to be putting the HD2 ban into chat. And really, aside from Kali, they don't really have anyone who's super comfortable on those HD2s, so no surprises there. Gold Mode clearly not happy about that, and we should now be getting into the picks. So Ala Gaming, of course, does have the first pick, and I think we're going to see one of the HRs picked first. It's going to be the HR2. Now, this HR2 is, of course, going to be your CS 6.5 map, but it is fairly aim-focused, similarly to the HR1. Of course, the aim in it is a little bit more awkward, and there are a couple of very tricky bursts that can certainly catch players out.
Yeah, this is like mostly awkward aim and flow aim in this map. It's not like a tech hard rock 2 like some other hard rock 2 picks tend to be sometimes. It's much more of a kind of just very awkward mechanics map. So I'm looking, and looking towards some of the players on Ala Gaming who are maybe a little bit less focused on just pure mechanics and more so just really good hard rock players to come in for this. On the side of Ghoul mode, not a surprise to see Tebi, Chihuahua, and Angel Kana in. Manilat also joining is not super surprising. Angel Kana, despite being more well-known as a really good speed player, is actually also a very, very good hard rock player, similar to someone like the Malteser.
Yeah, on the side of LA Gaming, I do imagine we are going to see Kiryu come in, but it looks like it's going to be Yorcute and Hanbei instead. So Kiryu sitting this one out. Yorcute not really known to be much of an HR player, so a little bit surprised by that one, but we'll see if it works out here. And here we go into the Hard Rock 2 for the first map of Resurrection Cup 2023. Ghoul mode and Ala Gaming kicking it off. Should be a close match between the two of them. And this map does take a little bit to get into it, but would not be surprised to see some breaks early on. And there goes Manivat.
Manivat to start the breaks. Big ACK lead, though, for Ghoul mode, 99 on Chihuahua. Arj, just such a rock for basically any team that he's on. One of the best 1v1 tournament players around, and I think had a really good run in YSC 2022 to show that off. We do see a break from Hanbei as well now on the side of Ala Gaming, so 3 full combos to 3. Better combo, better accuracy on Ghoul mode. 98% for most of their members at the moment. And 97% as well for Angel Kana. Another break comes through for Yorcute. Tebi will trade it, so it's 2 full combos to 2. But still, that combo lead from Manivat over Hanbei is really doing a lot of work. Pinkus to drop as well on that Hard Rock 2 first pick. And, you know, it kind of goes undiscussed most of the time, but with Nick falling as well, I feel like it's a great time to talk about it as this map is pretty much over. This is a really tough skill to first pick precision. Your first pick, your first map of a match is almost always very, very nerve-inducing. Players are usually way more nervous, and if it is your first pick, you're usually even more nervous, and on a skill set like precision, it just is sometimes a completely terrible pick to go for first, even if it's on paper your strongest skill set.
Yeah, it does feel like the nerves got to them a little bit here, all finding breaks around the halfway point. And it looks like we are probably going to be getting the FC from Angel Kana. Very impressive. Okay, I spoke too soon. Not going to be seeing any FCs, but regardless, very impressive performance from Angel Kana. And really, 3 million team score on this map is quite a solid score. And a little bit worrying for Ala Gaming early on the Hard Rock. Like you mentioned, is something that they should have an advantage on. Just looking at these two rosters, but getting pretty heavily outclassed on it on this first pick, and whether that's due to nerves or just not as comfortable on this map remains to be seen.
Yeah, unfortunate start to the match though for Ala Gaming. Seed expected to lose this matchup actually, despite it being expected to be a close match. They are the lower seed here. Definitely not supposed to be tiebreaker. We had a message from the ref. I think the ref sheet has the wrong coding there, as it said next to pick tiebreaker. So perhaps not the correct pick there. We'll see if that gets sorted out eventually. But for now, waiting on the first pick from Ghoul mode. I mean, after that, I think you're probably pretty confident if you are Ghoul mode going into the rest of this. They did ban out that Hidden 2, but Hidden 1 is mostly an aim map. You're probably not going to want to pick that. Maybe you pick the Fremont 3 instead and force Ala Gaming to continue playing precision on those Hard Rock members right after losing that early precision pick, as well as picking one of the other low approach rate maps in the pool. Good question, Ted. Why are you betting 4 That's a real question. And there it is. There's Fremont 3.
Okay, pretty much as expected. Now, like you said, this is probably going to be a little bit HD favored. I would be surprised to see an easy, but if we did, maybe Magnata, I could see it. Can't imagine anyone else would possibly pick the easy. But I do expect we are just going to be seeing Tebi, Chihuahua, and Sedru probably in for this one. And maybe just Magna in as well to on the HD here. Now, at the very least, I do expect Sedru to come in and take that Hard Rock for Ghoul mode. The rest of the roster is a little bit more flexible, but we'll see what happens there.
See who ends up taking the mods for both of these teams. I feel like just based off of... Actually, I'll let you see this also. This may change your evaluation of who's in for what. I feel like this is definitely Cuckweezy on the lowest birth rate kid for everyone else on Hard Rock. And as for Ghoul mode, I think if I'm remembering right, Tebi is probably in for the hidden. Arj is probably taking hidden. I don't really know what Ansem is taking, and if we see Flash Up a show in for Hala Gaming, he's probably also in for Hard Rock.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ansem has typically been in for the hidden, so honestly, I do still expect that last player to be Sedru on the Hard Rock. But I also wouldn't, I think there's a possibility we do see your cute on the hidden as well. And it's going to be Angel Kana instead in probably taking the Hard Rock.
Almost certainly taking the Hard Rock for Angel Kana. Just the best Hard Rock player on that team, full stop. So I was extremely surprised to see him on anything besides Hard Rock. And with that, I think this is going to be the finalized roster for both teams. Never mind, Tebi has left the lobby. Where's Tebi?
Tebi's back.
Okay. Can we start the map, please? There we go. We have 4 players on both sides. Let's start the map. Good luck. Have funds are out. We are into it. I'm hoping I'm mostly correct about mods. I like to think I know these players well enough. I've known Tebi as a tournament player for several years. I think he's going hidden. Please tell me. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Actually, 2 hidden, 2 Hard Rock.
I got the You're Cute hidden.
Yeah. Actually, Cuckweezy on the Hard Rock. I was not expecting that. Orange on Hard Rock. I was also really not expecting. I kind of would have expected him to take the hidden, but I suppose maybe wanting to stay warm on every other skill set for the rest of the lobby rather than go on to the low appropriate hidden for one map.
Yeah, and this kind of map can be pretty tough on the hidden as well. Don't get us wrong. There are a lot of back and forth overlapping jump patterns that we did see Tebi miss on already, but You're Cute did trade it right back, so it's just going to be Ghoul mode with the accuracy lead early on. This is a very short map as well, so every break counts on this one, and notably the Hard Rock accuracies on the side of Ghoul mode are so impressive, both at high 98s, but there's a big miss from Angel Kana actually. Accent as well, not traded back from anybody on the side of Hala Gaming, and that's going to be a big advantage now, almost halfway through the map.
Cuckweezy will finally trade. Pinkus also in You're Cute.
Cute.
That's 3 quick trades back from Hala Gaming. And now suddenly, it was looking really good for a second. It still actually looks okay as everyone besides Tebi on the side of Ghoul mode also finds resets now. Pink is having a really hard time holding the combo together on the Hard Rock, understandably so. The aim on this map is so difficult. Really high star rating Hard Rock for this free mod pick. Ansem with another reset. Tebi with the reverse choke. Nick with the Hard Rock full combo right now. It's hidden versus Hard Rock for Ghoul mode versus Hala Gaming on this pick. If Nick can hold on, there goes Tebi actually with that reset, and it's definitely going the way of Hala Gaming for now. The longer Nick holds, the bigger the score lead gets, and he's going to need to hold a little bit here. Chihuahua and Angel Kana still holding on to pretty good combo themselves, but I think at this point, over 100,000 score up, it is over and done with. Nick with the Hard Rock full combo on Fremod 3 is going to guarantee a 1-1 scoreline for Hala Gaming on this second pick, and well, the teams are picking for each other so far, Eiflin.
So far they have been. Let's hope that changes in the rest of the match. And honestly, I did feel like that was a solid team performance out of Ghoul mode. Getting 2 700,000s, 2 400,000s, but just not much you can do against an FC from Nick Pinkus on the S rank as well. And this is the potential of Nick. This is why I have felt, especially since the seed reveal, that this team is probably pretty underseeded because Nick is just so good, has such a high skill cap, especially on some of these hard rock picks, and didn't play much at all. I think only one map in the qualifiers. And so, despite the seeding, I think this one is anyone's game, and would not be surprised to see Nick put up a similar performance on a few maps throughout this match.
Well, we'll see if Nick can continue to pop off for Gaming, despite his new injury. Like you said, he's been kind of the rock so far for this team. It is going to be a different mod now for Gaming. It's going to be Hidden One instead of the Hard Rock one this time around. A little bit interested to see the Hidden One pick. Given that this is really mostly just awkward aim. I don't think it's a necessarily bad pick for this team at all. I think it's probably a fine pick for them. But I do feel like you could probably go into stuff like the Nomad one or the Hard Rock one first and be a little bit more comfortable on the style of map for a lot of your players on the side of Bala Gaming. That said, maybe keep the momentum going from the last map. Grid Snap aim is relatively awkward already, so maybe that's the thought. Maybe they just feel better about this pick. I don't know. Regardless, Ala Gaming is the team we pegged as kind of the aim mechanics team from the start of this match, so not surprising to see them pick this one up at some point during the match.
Yep, have to agree. Not the pick I'd expect right at this moment, but unsurprising they picked it at some point. We do have good luck funds in the chat, so we should be getting into this one shortly. We are going to be seeing Manivat in for the side of Ghoul Mode, and I'm actually wondering if Sedru is just not in for this pick. Has been the best Hard Rock player for Ghoul Mode in qualifiers, especially by quite a margin. Was not in to take Hard Rock on that free mod 3. Did not play the Hard Rock 2. Was just a core player for them in the qualifying round. And so they might just be playing without Sedru at the moment, which would hurt them quite a bit. But here we go, into the HD1 now. And this is a pretty long map as well. Thinking of a different map. This one is 216, so don't mind me. And this map does get quite a bit harder as the map goes on. We're going to see Kakweezy with the first miss early enough that it shouldn't make a huge difference, but is 100 combo behind. I imagine we're going to see a lot more misses throughout this map. There goes Tebby now, following it up. Kakweezy trades, but he'd already missed. That miss doesn't really matter. It's still 3 FCs to 3. Make that 3 FCs to 2 as Manivat now dropping for Ghoul Mode. This is just chain misses for Manivat. Really needs to find a recovery. Oh, and there goes Accent now. That's 3 full combos down. On the side of Ghoul Mode, everything is on Chihuahua right now. They really desperately need some breaks from Ala Gaming.
Seems the teams are finally picking for themselves. I play Ala Gaming with 3 full combos left halfway through the map. Only Arj left for Ghoul Mode. And with another reset from Tebby, this is looking better and better the longer this goes. There goes Arj as well. You can see some frustration cursor dancing from him to come out as well after that break. So I think this one is definitely over. Solid pick for Ala Gaming, and we finally start to see the teams win their expected maps. Solid work. And at this point, it's just a matter of how many full combos they end up with by the end of this one. 99.56% accuracy on the full combo for your Qs. And I just...
Yeah. Kakweezy, though, is on a pretty nice recovery combo, so this is looking to be a pretty impressive team score. There goes Pinkus now, so we might not see any FCs. Nick is the last hope, but Nick is incredibly good at the aim, so I would not be shocked if Nick does find the FC. Now, the ending is the trickiest jump section of the map. Oh, misses on that last big jump section, so not going to be the FCs, but very decisive win for Ala Gaming. And the question is now, can Ghoul Mode start to pick for themselves, or are they going to keep on picking for Ala Gaming?
Yeah, really well done from Ala Gaming on that one. Like you said, no full combos, unfortunately. Everybody either choking or reverse choking in the case of Kakwizi. But much better team score for Ala Gaming that time around compared to Ghoul Mode. And that's 2 in a row for Ala Gaming, up now 2-1 in the matchup, looking to keep themselves in the lead with a breakpoint. Ghoul Mode looking to tie us back up once again as the team with the second pick. And well, if you're rooting for a close match, you're hoping for Ghoul Mode to tie us back up, probably on something like the Nomad 2 or some other not easy to read kind of map. Maybe something like the Fremod 1, maybe something like Nomad 3 or Nomad 4. But at this point, pretty much all of the maps that we've seen have been relatively mechanics focused. You've had a relatively aim heavy Hard Rock, a relatively aim heavy Fremod, and now of course the aim pick and hidden. So it really has been a kind of one-dimensional match so far. So this is now, with this Nomad 3 pick, our first real indicator of what the rest of this match might look like.
Yeah, I do really like this pick for Ghoul Mode. This is something that they performed very well on in the qualifiers. I think getting 11th overall, whereas Ala Gaming did struggle on it a fair bit. And I do think Nick will probably be in for this one as well, but not really known for the ult, so we'll see how much different that makes. I guess we're going to be seeing Hanbei in for this one as well. And a little bit of a side note here, as we wait to get into this Nomad 3, but there has been a forfeit in the other match, Seed 4 versus Seed 29. And so the 4th seed is going to be absolutely terrorizing the losers bracket in the coming weeks. That will be interesting to watch.
I'm sorry? Wait,
So the 4th seed is forfeited. Very cool.
Okay. Well,
there was a scheduling mishap, and they forgot to reschedule. Yeah.
Well, that's not good. Good luck to the losers bracket, I suppose. See how that goes.
We are going to be seeing Angel Kana, Tebi, Hansen, and Chihuahua in here. No surprises, I think, on either team. Now, this map is pretty straightforward. 148 BPM is going to be on the higher side for an alt pick, but overall there's no super crazy patterns, so a map is going to be for the most part about consistency. There are maybe 2, I'd say, much trickier patterns at the end of the first 2 chorus sections that players are going to need to watch out for, but as long as they can get through those, they shouldn't have too much trouble with the rest of the map. So it's all about who can hold onto their combo, not let the nerves get to them, and just keep up the good performances. I really don't expect to see too many misses early on until we get into that first chorus, but as I say that, Anseth has found a miss. Really not where you want to be missing, but here we go into the chorus now. And really the ending of this first chorus is the pattern I expect to catch out at least a few people.
Yeah, basically the Ki ending patterns in every Ki are all really, really hard. You'll see it when it comes up. Not quite there yet, but it's a couple of circle streams right in a row in this first Ki. In the second Ki, it's... Oh, there we go. Hanbei, Nick, You're Cute, and Angel Kana will find the misses. Tebi and Chihuahua will hold on to the combo alongside Pincus with the only full combo left in back for Ala Gaming. So Anseth, despite breaking early in the first verse, will hold on to a pretty solid 450 combo now compared to the 650 full combos from Tebi and Chihuahua and Pincus. So big combo lead for Ghoul Mode, and that is exactly what you want to see if you're rooting for a close match, is big combo for the team to pick this map, looking to tie it up once again. Those repeated circle streams are the tough pattern in the first Ki, and those turn into repeated linear triangle streams at the end of this second Ki, which is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I think Ala Gaming are really going to be relying on that pattern to make a comeback here, because they're falling quite far behind, but This pattern could very easily catch out a lot of the gold mode players. But honestly, if gold mode can hold on to at least one FC through this next pattern, they're going to be in a really good spot. Pincus absolutely cannot afford to miss, or this map is going to be over in a heartbeat. Here we go, zigzag patterns. There goes Hombi, there goes Pincus. And that's probably going to be it. The one player they couldn't afford to miss has dropped. And three out of the 4 players on gold mode have managed to hold on once again. That's 1 FC. But Angel and Ascent not far behind. Honestly, the ending of this map, it does have these longer streams, but they're pretty dense and honestly not that difficult, so this should just be free combo for gold mode, and they're going to run away with this one, take their own pick, and should be tying this one up 2-2. There goes a miss from Anseth, but I'm not sure it matters at this point.
I am really hoping Tebby can finish out this full combo. It would be a really good way to end off this map for ghoul mode. Tebby a really, really good aim control player as well. I expect him to be in for pretty much all of the really tricky picks in this pool, stuff like the No Mod 4 and the 3 Mod 1 as well. One more really difficult pattern for Tebby to get through. You can see the shakes, though, coming through on the cursor trail here. There's the ending pattern. Does find a slider break, so no FC. Angel Kana will find the reverse choke. Does miss on the first PI and nothing else with 99.7% accuracy for Angel Kana at this point. Now, really, really solid play for multiple members on the side of ghoul mode. 840k for Tebby, making it through almost every hard pattern in the map. And just a full team wipe for ghoul mode on that map, not even close the entire way through, tying it up 2-2 now.
Yep, you really have to feel for Tebby on that one. Just hitting all of the hard patterns and under aiming the slider afterwards is a little bit tragic. But I have to call out You're Cute as well, who did put up a solid score for Hala Gaming, who do now have the pick, and I expect they're going to go right back to aim, whether that's the No Mod 1 or the HR 1. It's honestly a coin flip in my mind. I think they should be favored on either one, but I could see them being a little bit hesitant to pick the HR 1 after losing that HR 2, so maybe No Mod 1 a little bit more likely here.
Yeah, we'll see if they end up wanting to go for the No Mod 1. It's maybe a little bit more likely, but I don't know. They have a lot of good Hard Rock players as well. I could see them picking the Hard Rock 1. Despite losing the Hard Rock 2, I think it's still an okay pick for LG as well. That's probably the next 2 maps anyway. I don't really see them picking No Mod 2, No Mod 4. I don't really see them picking GT2, GT3. And I don't really see them picking the Free Mod 2 or Free Mod 1. So. Oh no, they actually are going to go with Double Time 3. That is the Captain Flash of Show in to pick the Double Time 3 for Hala Gaming. Pure burst speed pick, 263 BPM, AR8 burst spam is the name of the game for this one. Bit surprised to see them pick this into ghoul mode, who I think have a pretty solid speed roster just with a couple of their players. I think it maybe depends on like who is available for ghoul mode, how well they do. But it is a little bit surprising to see them pick this. Let's see the rosters for both of these teams. We've got Hunbei, Nick, Flasho, and Kali in for Hala Gaming. First map, I believe, for Kali on Hala Gaming. Mostly the same roster so far for ghoul mode. We'll see if they want to sub anyone out, but I do think Angel Kana and Chihuahua and Arch are probably going to stay in.
Yeah, and I do think Hala Gaming has quite a few solid speed players. You know, you look at Nick, who wasn't in for qualifiers, of course. I think Hanbei and Flasho have seen some very impressive speed scores out of them. But I do worry a little bit about Kali, who I don't feel like is really known for the speed play. It feels like they're just don't necessarily have a solid fourth speed player that they can rely on. Whereas Gold Moon feels a little bit more well-rounded with their speed roster, but we'll see how this one goes. I do think this one could go either way. And this map has a lot of very dense bursts. There are a couple of longer bursts, but there's nothing too tricky mechanically, so it is going to be pretty much entirely focused on that pure speed here. Nick has found an early miss, and Kali follows it up, and this was my concern. Look at the accuracy from Kali early on, really having a tough time so far with the 263 BPM. Now, Magnata is falling a little bit behind on the accuracy as well, and is really just Flasho right now, holding that 99, so impressive. Everybody else down around 95. And it is this kind of map that it is a little bit easier to cheese through the combos on because these bursts are so dense. I expect accuracy is going to make a big difference. Now, we'll give it a second to catch up. Some of these are Boncho misses, some of these are not. So Tebi and Arj, I think those are real misses. This is going to be a big advantage over to Ala Gaming. They do still, Goldmode does still have 2 FCs, so they're certainly not out of it yet. But a quarter of the way into the map, it is not looking good for them, and this map does not get any either. There goes Kali, Tebi, and Angel Kana, but that's an FC down for Goldmode. Ala Gaming still holding on to 2 of theirs. Nick not far behind after that early miss, and Ala Gaming are in such a good spot right now. Flasho does find a miss. Accuracy is going to keep him pretty far above the competition, though, in terms of score. 100,000 above the next closest on the side of Goldmode, aside from Magnata, who it does that last FC. And Nick has found a miss as well, so now it's going to be
Hanbei at this point. Yeah,
but
it's Magnata versus Hanbei at this point, and that's really the only 2 scores that you need to pay attention to right now. There is combo on Chihuahua, holding on to it through that section as well. 92 act for Chihuahua, 91 act for Magnata, 93 act for Hanbei. So none of these highest combo scores with particularly good accuracy. We've got matching supporting combos on Flasho and Kali for Tebi and Angel Kana. So a lot of the combo lead right now for Goldmode coming from Chihuahua's score over Nick, but way better accuracy on Nick. So even then, this score is probably not going to move to the left too fast here. Big act drop, though, for Ala Gaming going into the ending section. Magnata drops, though, and that was the one combo they needed to hold for Goldmode. Tebi going to drop as well. Flasho will trade it. But with Hanbei still holding on, this one is pretty much over.
And the score was coming back over towards the end so quickly with those supporting combos on the side of Goldmode, but with Magnata finding the drop, and honestly, Magnata having the highest combo but the worst accuracy on the side of Goldmode really hurt their team score there. And so Ala Gaming, prove us wrong. Take that DT3 pick, and maybe you don't have to be as scared of the speed as we would have thought coming into this one. Potentially opens up, something like the FM2 for them later on, but remains to be seen. I do think at the very least it will make Goldmode a lot more hesitant to pick the free mod 2. And instead I imagine they're going to opt more into something like the free mod 1 that's much more aim control heavy that they've looked really good on so far.
I mean, with how good they looked on the Nomad 3, I really don't see them picking into this lead at all after this. You may as well just pick something like the 3 mod 1 or the Nomad 4 at this point. And, with only 2 picks left, it's not like there's room for... It's not like you need to experiment, right? You've got the Nomad 4 left, you've got the 3 mod 1 left. If you're confident on tech as well, pick the Nomad 4. If you're not as confident on tech, you can try for something like the Nomad 2 or like the DT2 instead. But no, they're going to go for the Nomad 4 as well. And so this entire match pretty much now, I think, is decided in terms of the pick ban strategy. You're probably going to see Ala Gaming last pick either the Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1, or one of the other speed mechanics maps. And you're almost certainly going to see Goldmode last pick that 3 mod 1. So we've pretty much got the matchup decided at this point. These teams have been trading points back and forth every single pick cycle. Let's hope that continues with this Nomad 4 pick.
Let's hope so. I do think Nomad 2 is a possibility for Goldmode as well. Something they did look good on in qualifiers, but would be a risky pick this time around with how good Ala Gaming did look on the tapping pick there. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Kiryu in finally for the side of Ala Gaming in for this tech pick. And may actually be Pinkus sitting out for this one. A little bit surprising there.
Sitting out. over, for example, Flash Official. I don't really know Flash as like a tech player. Maybe I'll be
No.
wrong. But I'm not really. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. There's the stuff out. So I think Flasha just being a placeholder there for a little bit, figuring out the roster first, and then heading out, making sure that everybody's in. Up against Anseth, Manibot, Chihuahua, and Angel Kana for Gilmer roster there. I'm surprised we don't see Teddy in for this map. Maybe looking to brush up on something like the free mod one later, or maybe this is a little bit too streamy for Teddy. Teddy not really a stream player, and so it might be the case.
Yeah, this one's going to be primarily focused on the slider tech, though, so we'll see. I think at this point it is pretty much confirmed that Sedru is just not available at the moment, has not played a single map at this point, so that's going to be hurting a ghoul mode a little bit, but they've done pretty well regardless so far. And this is a pretty tricky map, one of the more tougher maps mechanically in the pool. Anseth and Hanbei are going to be trading misses early, and just a very slight accuracy lead over to the side of Ally Gaming early on. I do expect that to balance out as Anseth finds another miss. But I do worry a little bit about Angel Kana. There goes Karyu now. Angel Kana is struggling a little bit with the accuracy, but thankfully Karyu is matching not too far behind there, and so score is going to stay pretty even into the first quarter of this match. Anseth really struggling though, just miss after miss. Needs to find some recovery combo. It is really going to start hurting the team score.
It kind of already is. You've got the supporting combo from Hanbei and Karyu, and yeah, it's 3 full combos from Wilma, but the score is on the side of Ally Gaming right now. So between the accuracy and the extra supporting combo on the two members who have missed for Ally Gaming, it is really the score right now. Ever so slight advantage for Ally Gaming at the moment, but you do see the score ever so slowly starting to go over to the side of Ghoul mode. It really depends on how long they can hold these FCs during the more difficult sections of the map to come up just about now.
Oh, there goes Angel. That's a really big miss. Ascent finds another one. And oh, there goes Pinkus and Hanbei, though. That's 2 big FC combos down. It's only Nick holding Yessi, and there goes Nick as well, with Manibat and Chihuahua still holding. They should be able to bring this back as long as they don't miss in the next 5 to 10 seconds. And what a swing here in momentum.
Yeah, this is the Chihuahua difference, the tiny demon dog on tech maps and alt maps and anything control or technically focused is just so ridiculously good. Pretty much every time I see him on anything tech focused, he's really only outclassed by people who are like at the top of the game in that regard, right? You're not winning. He's not winning these tech picks against somebody like Malashevsky, but until you get to the late round, he's just so ridiculously consistent on pretty much every style of control-focused technical pick. And so on a normal tech map like this, he's going to be right in his element. Manibot as well is really impressing right now, holding on to the full combo. A lot more slider ends dropped than Chihuahua, but doesn't really matter. Does finally find a combo break right at the end of the map, but the damage is done, and we still have another FC on Chihuahua right now. So looking very good for Ghoul mode on this pick, and I think should give yet more confidence to the free mod 1 pick, which is surely their last pick after all of this.
Yep, Arj is a fierce puppy on the tech picks. I think probably going to be, well, I shouldn't say anything too soon. There is still the end of the map, but it is pretty easy compared to the rest of the map. I won't say yet.
He's got the Chihuahua shakes though. It does finally full combo, but it's making me a little nervous there near the end.
Oh, Pegasus one slider break as well. That's so unfortunate. Really good accuracy from Pegasus as well. Actually, the highest in the lobby, but with that one slider break, going to be falling down, and the match is going to be tied up 3-3 here. One last pick for each team.
Yeah, I think even if Pinkus had full comboed there, it probably would not have been enough. Would have been close. Would have been very close, but I don't think it would have been enough. So take what you can get, and in this case, for Ghoul Mode, it's the third point to bring them back to an even game state, waiting on the last pick for Ala Gaming.
Very quick, DT2 for Flash Show, and I think we're just going to be seeing the same rosters for the most part. Imagine we're going to be seeing Flash Show, Hanbei, Court 2 players there, probably Nick as well. And this one is more of a finger control DT pick. It is going to be much longer. It has some speed elements at 225 BPM, but it's finger control main focus there. And I will say, the constant switch from triples, doubles, and 5-no bursts can be very, very stamina intensive. So I do think this map is potentially just as stamina intensive as the DT3, especially if you're not super well versed in finger control speed.
Well, we'll see if we have any other 91% gambits going on with Mirage Coordinator. Magnata Gamer coming back in for the second speed pick. Tebby also coming back in, and once again Angel Kana and Chihuahua staying in for Ghoul Mode. Ala Gaming fielding Hanbei, Nick, Kakwizi, and Flasho for show. No Kali this time around, not going in for the double time two. No matching 91% gambit for Magnata Gamer. Very sad days here. But I think this team is still pretty good for Ala Gaming on the DT finger control and stamina pick. Like you said, lots of swaps between different lengths of bursts, which can be pretty difficult. And the other thing this map does is just throw in a random long stream every once in a while. So you have to be ready for those when they come out.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm sure we will see some breaks at the start of the map. You see the Chihuahua shakes already, and Tebby and Chihuahua are going to find very early misses. With the length of the map, that's not really going to matter, but what I was going to say a moment ago is that the kind of last third of this map is significantly harder than the first third of this map, especially the kind of middle part of the map there is pretty relaxed. So I do expect to see a ton of breaks towards the end, and we should see some higher combos from players in the beginning, but Theory is not holding up so far, as we do see many breaks across the board. Tabby, Magnata have fallen, as well as Flasho on the side of Ala Gaming, but it is just going to be a big advantage to Ala Gaming, and now Angel Kana finds the miss, and that's going to be all FC's gone on the side of Ghoul Mode very, very early on here.
Yeah, Angel Kana missed on the 1/6 there. I think just wasn't expecting it to come out, and finds out you're missing streams afterwards. And at this point, you've got 3 full combos and a really good supporting score for Ala Gaming versus 0 full combos for Ghoul Mode. The best combo they have is on Chihuahua, and that is not an FC. About 100 combo back from an FC. You got another combo on Magnata Gamer, about 150 combo back from an FC, but it is going to take breaks from Ala Gaming for this to go the way of Ghoul Mode if you're hoping for a break point. That said, there is still a lot of map left. We are not even halfway through. We're about a third of the way through, so looking to consistency at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the scary thing for me is this map is, like I mentioned earlier, relatively easy now until we get to that last 1/3 of the map. So this is just going to be free combo advantage for Ala Gaming. Really, nobody should be missing at this point. And as I say that, there goes Tebby. You cannot afford to miss on this easier section of the map. We do have the harder section coming up, but 400,000 advantage. It is going to take a absolute landslide recovery for Ghoul Mode to make a recovery here. They're going to miss this from, at the very least, 2, realistically, probably 3 of the players on Ala Gaming if they want any hope of making a comeback, and they to hold all their own combos. But there goes Angel. This ending is absolutely brutal. And things are just falling apart for Ghoul Mode into the ending as Tebby finds out another miss. And I think this is going to be it, and Ala Gaming should be on match point.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be the win for Ala Gaming. You still have 3 combos above 1,000 combo for them. Hanbei does find the drop, but it is a 600,000 score lead with only a quarter of the map left. So unless everyone drops, okay, Flasho also drops. If Nick drops, maybe there's time, but even then, it'd have to be right now, and you'd have to drop back, and he does not drop back, and he does not drop combo, and he is still holding on to this, I think, FC, maybe FC. He's still going. The rest of the team doesn't even need to be there. Yeah, the score is decreasing and going towards ghoul mode right now, but there is not time. And with that last really long stream, that is pretty much the last major pattern in the map. If he's not going to miss on that, he's definitely not giving the points over. It will be 4-3 for All Gaming. And we will see the last pick from ghoul mode to determine whether we head to that tiebreaker or not.
Yeah, honestly, this one's just impressive scores across the board. This is not an easy map by any means, and yet we're going to be seeing, okay, Ignata and Arch just a lot of hard on that last burst, but Nick showing no signs of struggle, getting that 97.68 SD. What a play, and that is dominance. And despite that, it's only a 300,000 point win for Ala Gaming. Goes to show just how close that map was into the end. Now, we'll have to consider this next very carefully.
Apparently, there's apparently we have some audio issues with iFlame. I don't know why that's happening. You're coming through fine on my Discord. Oh.
All right, we'll do a quick refresh and we'll be right back.
I'll try. We'll see.
All right, we are back. Let me know if
maybe. Hold on.
Okay, been resolved. Discord is
hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's fine.
Yeah, apparently it's fine. Discord just stuck the audio for no reason, so we do love that. And that's going to be the free mod 1 pick. I have been waiting for this pick from ghoul mode since we started this one. This is probably one of my favorite maps in the pool. This is going to be very, very aim control heavy, 163 BPM, and this is just really just straight up aim control tech. Let's have one more slider heavy section just after the halfway point, but this one is going to be a banger. And I mean, we saw how well they looked on the alt map, Arj especially. And I think we're going to have to look to Arj again on the free mod 1, put up a very good score, and get ghoul mode to that tiebreaker.
I'm hoping he can fix his shake. He has been very, very shaky for the last little bit all throughout this match. I'm really hoping that he can fix his shakes during this little break that we have. Shake out the shakes, if you will, and get back to doing what he does best on maps like this. I'm looking forward to seeing him put up what is probably going to have to be the score of all time for his team. Manivat as well,
Yep.
popped up on the last tech map. I'm looking at Angel Kana for the hard rock, and actually 3 hard rocks for ghoul mode, hidden only for Ansent, hidden only for Honbei as well. Everyone else in the entire lobby taking hard rock or hidden hard rock in the case of You're Cute. 2 kind of understandable, actually, because this is AR9. And at the top level, AR9 for most players is very, very dense. Object density in maps like this gets so high with AR9. You can already see Honbei struggling and Ansem struggling on the hidden only. Your Cute will drop on the hidden hard rock as well. But all the hard rock players having a much easier time with this pick, especially given it is CS 3.8. So you do have a slightly bigger circle size for those hard rock players as well. But Pinkus and Nick also dropping now. Angel kind of dropping the hard rock for ghoul mode. But Manavat and Chihuahua Arj looking strong once again, a third of the way through, holding the only full combos in the lobby.
So impressive from them. And Arj, shaking as usual, completely misses that pattern. And, you know, like me, I think Arj is just one of those perma-shake players where they never stop shaking. But even with that miss, Angel Kana has recovered very nicely. Manivat is still holding that FC. And the recovery combos are not big enough yet for Ala Gaming for them to really start a comeback. They're going to need a miss from either Angel or Manivat, but it's Honbei who finds the miss. And that's a miss on the slow section from Arj as well.
He is shaking so much, and they kind of need his score on this map. It's not good right now. 200,000 score lead. And Hunbei did also find the drop. He did also get slow sliding. So it's not as big of a deal as it could have been, but it's definitely something to watch out for. Hunbei going to find another drop on this hit and only. And the biggest difference right now is actually the accuracy between Hunbei and Ansem. It's a 100,000 score difference between just the hit and only players for both teams. You do see Nick find the combo drop during this section as well. A bit of an overtap there, and now going to the last quarter, Cute finding the drop as well. Angel, Kana, and Manivat holding strong. Manivat will finally find the drop. Ansem will also break alongside Chihuahua. Everyone breaks besides Angel, Kana, and Pinkus, the only two full combos remaining in the lobby. Angel, Kana finds the drop, actually, and now it's just Pinkus with, I don't think the full combo, actually. I think I'm a dirty liar. But big combo now gone for him as well, and that is a 350k score lead, unassailable with the current combos. We are going to tiebreakers.
First match of Resurrection Cup, first tiebreaker, and it is going to be the custom-made tiebreaker, custom map, custom song. It is an absolute banger, and it is going to be a treat to see it in this first match here between Ghoul Mode and Ala Gaming. Both of these teams honestly potentially underseeded at 15 and 18. I expected this one to be a banger, was not expecting the tiebreaker, but I am looking forward to it. And I imagine both of these teams are going to be taking some time to figure out their rosters. I imagine we're certainly going to be seeing Arj and Tebi in for the tiebreaker on the side of Ghoul Mode. Definitely Angel Kana as well. I like the roster is more up in the air for Ala Gaming. Definitely going to be seeing Nick and Pinkus, possibly Guizy, as well as You're Cute, if I had to guess. And for those of you who aren't familiar with this tiebreaker, it is a custom tech tiebreaker. So tech so far has been slightly advantage to Ghoul Mode, so I think this tiebreaker might flavor them just a little bit. But of course, this is going to be the highest skill cap map in the pool by a decent bit, and I think on that end, that is probably going to favor Nick, especially, who does have such a high skill cap, has had some very good performances, even in the World Cups recently. And has looked good throughout this match, getting a few FCs and high combos. Okay. Tiebreaker is free mod. I don't imagine we're going to be seeing any mods on this one. Potentially we see Your Cute take the Comfort Hidden, but outside of that, I can't imagine anyone trying to take a mod on this one. Certainly not the Hard Rock. That would be the bad choice.
Yeah, I think we're maybe seeing a Comfort Hidden from maybe Nick. That's about it. I don't think anybody else is taking it. I do think that this is generally favored to Ghoul Mode. This is a tiebreaker that really leans heavily into tech, into all things team control and finger control, and I think that their team is much better suited to this tiebreaker overall. That said, like you said, there are some really good players on Ala Gaming, Nick in particular, who could end up making the difference on a higher skill cap map like this, but against players like Angel Kana, like Chihuahua, like Manivat, the skill cap is still there for those players at this level, right? This is not an 8-star map, it's a 7-star map, and at that level, at this level of gameplay, the skill cap can't matter that much for the 1v4 to happen. You have to have that team score. So it is going to be on Nick, yes, but the other members of Ala Gaming have to step up, have to perform on a map and a skill set where they are generally disadvantaged compared to Ghoul Mode. So good luck to them going into this tiebreaker, and we'll see if, well, you know, maybe Arj shakes too much and they end up losing some score because of it.
Possibly.
Could be the godsend here for Ala Gaming.
Could be, or maybe he shakes just right and pulls out an SC on the tiebreaker. Who knows? Angel Kana finds a very early miss. Honestly, doesn't make any difference whatsoever. And like you mentioned, this is a 4v4 tournament, and that means everybody needs to show up. This is when it matters most. This is the do or die map. This determines which one of these teams will be sent down to losers bracket, where they may at some point run into the 4th seed, and which one will move on to winners bracket. And here we go into the first PI, the big tricky tech section. This is where we're going to start to see combos drop out, players fall apart, and Tebby is the first combo to be claimed here. Everybody else looking pretty good so far, actually.
Nope, that was
very early drops. Oh, okay. Queasy did find a miss.
Angel Kana will find the drops, but everybody else, it looks like, was just Bancho misses so far. Oh, that's a lot of people misreading that slider. Angel, Kana, Chihuahua, and Nick all find a misread there. The entire bottom row unaffected by that slider. Practice the map, perhaps. But the entire top row has missed at this point. Tebby will find that misread going into the alt section. And now it's actually 2 full combos intact for Ala Gaming, 0 for Ghoul Mode, as Monivot also finds the drop. Cuckweezy and Nick will continue to find misses here. But it is not Nick, the carry player for Ala Gaming right now. You're Cute and Honbei are the ones popping off, holding on to the full combo. You're Cute with the optional hidden as well, and 0 big combos on the side of Ghoul Mode right now. Chihuahua, the only one to speak of, and at only 300 combo, it's not doing a lot right now. They are pretty much praying for misses out of Yurcute and Honbei at the moment for Ghoul Mode. They do not want to be sent down to losers bracket in a round of 32, but that might be what happens, barring misses from the carry players right now on the bottom row for Ala Gaming.
There is some good recovery combo from Ghoul Mode, but like you said, if we don't see the misses out of Yurcute and Honbei, it doesn't really matter. This is just an absurd performance out of both of them. This is not an easy map by any means. Nobody missing on the 1/3. Yurcute does drop quite a bit of accuracy, but holds on, and that's all that matters. And honestly, Nick and Cuckweezy could basically, well, not quite, but they could fall apart at this point, and it doesn't matter as long as Yurcute hold. And this is just free combo for Yurcute and Honbei right now. There goes Honbei on what?
Oh my god, that is tragic. And you now have an opportunity opened by a really unfortunate miss there for Honbei. Angel Kana and Chihuahua will drop on that slider as well. Honbei will reset once again on the same slider. And now that window of opportunity has completely closed itself with that slider right afterwards. The misread from Angel Kana and Chihuahua, I fear, may actually just be the thing that does them in. Monivot will drop the combo as well. It's only Tebby with big combo for Ghoul Mode. He is being more than matched by Nick, and Tebby drops on the speed portion here. Nick will drop as well, but Yurcute is still holding on to the full combo, finally drops it, but that is a 400,000 score lead with 0 combo on anyone in the lobby. And at this point, there's just a matter of a minute or so before the match is over. It's a formality at this point to close out the map, and for Ala Gaming to move on to the round of 16.
Yeah, just what a performance from Yurcute. Oh my god, the shakes are crazy right now from Yurcute, but Yurcute can shake as much as he wants now. He has done more than enough to secure this tiebreaker for Ala Gaming. So impressive, really stepping up when he needed it most, and that is going to be it. Yurcute.
That is going to be the match here for Ala Gaming. Really solid match overall. We had a couple of traded breakpoints at the start, and from there on, it was both of these teams picking and trading picks one after the other over and over and over throughout the match. And at the end of it all, despite the tiebreaker being very focused on the tech, very focused on the aim control and finger control, despite the expected winner based on the rest of the match being Ghoul Mode with how the rest of the match had gone and the performance they put up on picks like the No Mod 3, No Mod 4, and Free Mod 1, it is Ala Gaming with the pop-off scores on 2 members to close it out and bring themselves into the winner's bracket. Really exciting end to the match, and very well done from Ala Gaming, who are not appearing on my winner banner. Refresh winner banner, please.
Rush.
Guys,
Maybe.
Gosu?
That would be cool.
Gosu? Anyone?
It's okay.
Please?
If you're watching, use your imagination. There's a winner banner there. and it just has your cute's profile picture on it. That is all.
We love go-to memory.
We
Yep.
do. Now, well, Ghost tried its best. With that being said, I hope your cute, goes for a walk, get some water. Looked like he was having a stroke at the end of the match, but again, very well played. I believe the next match is going to be at 22 UTC later today. No, that's been rescheduled to some other time. So next match will be 2 UTC. So later tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on where you are. With that being said, very, very well played to both teams. This was such a great first match to start off Resurrection Cup. And Theo, anything to add before we close this one out?
I'm good. We had a great match to start things off. Looking forward to more good matches in round of 32. More banger tiebreakers for the rest of this match, or for the rest of the round as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Congrats to Ala Gaming. Good luck to Ghoul Mode in the losers bracket. And we will see you next time around 2 UTC for the next match. Catch you later.